The newly appointed ambassadors of Tanzania to Zimbabwe, Zambia and the Netherlands to show their delegacy in promoting Tanzania. The Ministry of Construction, Communications and Transportation Zanzibar has signed an agreement with Propav Company from Brazil and Meko Company of Tanzania for building major roads of both Unguja and Pemba. The Minister of Information, Youth, Culture and Sports, Honorable Tabia Maulid Mwita, has said the installation of new generators at Zbc Center for Transmission of Broadcasts will eliminate a problem of regular stripping of broadcasts. And now the news in details. Zanzibar. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has urged the newly appointed ambassadors of Tanzania to Zimbabwe, Zambia and the Netherlands to show their delegacy in promoting Tanzania and exploring possibility of taking advantage of the economic opportunities available with the designated country. Here is the story.
The ambassadors who met Dr. Mwinyi at the State House were retired IGP Simon Siro, who is going to Zimbabwe. Lieutenant General Mathum Kingule goes to Zambia, and Ambassador Caroline Chipeta goes to the Netherlands. Dr. Mwinyi told the diplomats that the government has prioritized sectors of the blue economy with the aim of growing its economy. He therefore stressed the importance of working on the opportunities available in these sectors, including fisheries, oil and natural gas, as well as increasing the number of tourists, especially coming from Scandinavian countries.
Kaangalie fursa za kiuchumi zilizoko katika nchi ambazo mnakwenda. Sasa fursa za uchumi zinatofautiana na nchi.
Go and look on economic opportunities that are available in the countries you have been designated. The opportunities will differ from one country to another. Our country will benefit from the opportunities either in the form of goods or services. It is better to look in the Scandinavian countries. Still, we have an opportunity of expanding our tourism sector. We have to publicize Zanzibar in that area because it is the main sector of Zanzibar economy.
Meanwhile, Dr. Mwinyi urged the ambassadors designated to Zimbabwe and Zambia respectively to develop the existing historical relationship and cooperation by observing trade opportunities in those countries and focusing on defense and security of the region. For their part, the ambassador thanked President Dr. Mwinyi for the instructions he gave, and he promised to implement them for the development of Tanzania and its people.
Tanzania imekuwa ikipokea watalii wengi kutoka Uholanzi, lakini ni nia na madhumuni ya ubalozi wetu.
Tanzania receives many tourists from Netherlands, but our intention is to increase the number of tourists entering the country, especially in Zanzibar Island, and at our national parks available to the northern side of Tanzania.
Zilizoko kaskazini mwa Tanzania.
Tujue kwamba Zimbabwe wana vivutio vingi upande wa watalii. Kwa watalii wengi.
We know that Zimbabwe have many tourism attractions. Many tourists go there. Thus, we will look on how we can encourage tourists into Zimbabwe to come to Tanzania so that we could get foreign currency.
Reporting for Zbc Nightline, I'm Jamila Thabit.
Zanzibar. The Ministry of Construction, Communications and Transportation Zanzibar has signed an agreement with Propav Company from Brazil and Meko Company of Tanzania for building major roads of both Unguja and Pemba. Selme Mohammed reports.
On the side of the Ministry of Construction, the agreement was signed by its Principal Secretary, Ms. Khadija Khamis Rajab, and for the Propav Company was signed by its Director of Infrastructures, Lando Mota, and from Meko Company, it was represented by its Director, Nasir Sheikh. Speaking soon after the signing of the agreement, the minister concerned, Dr. Khalid Salum Hamid, said the construction of the roads would involve 3 roads, which are Tunguma Kondochi 48 km, Fumba Kisauni 12 km, and Mkoani Chake Chake 43 km. Dr. Khalid also asked the companies given the work of constructing the roads to consider the standards according to the agreement signed in the deal.
Barabara ya kwanza itatoka Tungu.
The first road will start from Tungo to Makunduchi and will be in the form of 4 ways. At the middle of the road, there will be a space with a road light post.
Milingoti ya taa.
According to the agreement, the construction of the modern roads would install road lights and the construction of road paths.
For us, the design and construction of Tungu Makunduchi, Fumba Kisauni and Mokwani Chak roads is beyond our infrastructure project. It's more than simply building roads, it's about shortening the distance and connecting people of this blessed island. It is more than work on pavement structure. It's to pave the way for social development, for the blue economy transformation in the vicinities. We hope that our project will bring reliable infrastructure as well as local participation and development.
Reporting for Zbc Nightline, I am Salme Muhammad Ali.
Zanzibar. The Minister of State, President's Office, Finance and Planning, Dr. Sadam Kuya Salum, has stressed the availability of accurate data on development plans in order to achieve sustainable development. Masood Juma reports.
Speaking at the establishment of the Zanzibar Statistic Forum Conference, Dr. Sada said despite of the existing of the procedure for regular release of data, but it has been provided to be out of standards. Thus, she urged the forum to discuss ways to raise awareness on the importance of having accurate data to the society.
This forum would help in building capacity to workers of our institutions when they release, process and use official statistics of administration.
She also emphasized the need for the forum to involve civil organizations with the aim of bringing benefits to the country.
If we want to establish the forum of statistics, we must know that within the forum there will be a use of statistics. Thus, private institutions should be members of the forum.
Representative from the United Nations Population Fund, Mr. Mark Bryan, said the organization will continue to support the revolutionary government of Zanzibar through the Office of the Chief Government Statistician to ensure access to quality and accurate data.
And the TCP2 provides a unique opportunity over the coming 5 years to boost statistical production and use of statistics in Zanzibar. It will produce more indicators that reflect the whole of the United Republic of Tanzania, combining statistics for mainland and Zanzibar.
For his part, the Chief Government Statistician Salum Kasim Ade said there have been a serious problem with the use of data, leading to failure in reaching statistical targets.
Zanzibar. The Minister of Information, Youth, Culture and Sports, Honorable Tabia Maulid Mwita, has said the installation of new generators at Zbc Center for transmission of broadcasts will eliminate a problem of regular stripping of broadcasts. Abdul Ghani Rashid reports.
Speaking at a function of unveiling 2 new generators for Masingini and Mnazi Mmoja Central respectively, Honorable Tabia said the move would help end frequent complaints that have been emerging when electricity went off. The minister also urged the ZBC workers to make regular maintenance so as to avoid disruption to the generators.
Mtaalamu amezungumza mambo ya msingi kabisa ambayo lazima tuyafanyie kazi.
Engineer has expressed necessary things that we must work on them accordingly. Generators need regular check-up and services so that they could live longer. Let's maintain them in order to be fit, and the money that we obtain will be used to deal with other things.
The chairman of the board of directors of the Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Ali Uki, and acting director general of the corporation, Mr. Salum Ramadan Abdullah, expressed their satisfaction with the efforts by the Ministry of Information, Youth, Culture and Sports in developing ZBC, particularly when it comes to problems including the technical ones.
Katika wanasema historia au legacy.
Among the legacy that you leave in this ministry is this one, the solving of a problem of generators.
Kani pia kwamba tatizo la generator limeondoka.
Nishukuru sana. We thank you a lot for your efforts of bringing development to the country our corporation, as well as the implementation of the manifesto of Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM.
The two new generators have costed about 190,900,000 shillings, and they are guaranteed to work for a period of 15 years. Reporting for ZBC Nightline, I'm Abdulghan Rashid.
Unguja South Region. Residents of Kizimkazi have been urged to protect and maintain the infrastructure being built for them in order to be used for a long period. Let's join the Nightline reporter for more information.
Opening the well towers for clean and safe water at Kizimkazi, the Minister of State, President's Office, Constitutional Affairs, Justice, Public Service and Good Governance, Honorable Harun Ali Suleiman, said the maintained infrastructure would also help increase development opportunities for the people of Kizimkazi.
Tatizo kubwa la maji ni hapa Muyuni si pale, hapa Kizimkazi, Mtende na Makunduchi.
We have a big problem of water at Muyuni C, Kizimkazi, Mtende and Makunduchi. We start to solve the problem. Thus, we want you to preserve and protect these infrastructures, because if we disrupt them, people will continue to suffer from the problem. Let's maintain and preserve these infrastructures. Each person should be a supervisor to other.
The supervisor of the Institution of Direct Aid, Ayman Mohamed Al-Khalil, praised the cooperation he received from the people of Kizimkazi from the beginning of the project to its completion.
We cooperate together with the Honorable Harun in order to bring a relief to the people of Kizimkazi. We will work hard to bring development to this area and others in Zanzibar, inshallah.
For their part, the people of Kizimkazi thanked the Institution of Direct Aid for bringing them with basic social services.
We will protect and maintain these infrastructures so that they could last longer and help many people. We say thank you and we are happy.
Reporting for ZBC Nightline, I'm Abdulghan Rashid.
West District B. The Zanzibar Petroleum Regulatory Authority has said the government intends to see it succeeds in the issue of extracting oil and natural gas, which will bring benefits to both the people in the country. Maimuna Said reports.
Explaining on the process of extracting the resources to the officials of the Zanzibar Revenue Board, the Public Relations Manager of the authority, Mr. Khamis Juma, said the searching of the resources is a long-term process and need to be implemented with great attention avert the government from paying debt without benefit.
It is a chain that needs to be followed with a great expertise. It is not a shortcut process. We must follow the procedures in order to manage the expectations. All of us would like to see the extraction of oil and natural gas take place as soon as possible. But in short, we must follow the procedures as it is directed.
For their part, the officials of the Zanzibar Revenue Board advised the Zanzibar Petroleum Regulatory Authority to involve the board in the whole beginning of process before attaining the extraction stage of the resources.
There is a Petroleum and Tax Acts. In this aspect, we need to know how ZRB has been involved.
The meeting of building awareness to the officials of the Zanzibar Revenue Board, opened by the Acting Director of Human Resource and Administration of the board, Mr. Saif Suleiman Saif. Reporting for ZBC Nightline, I'm Maimuna Said.
Before the end of the news, here are the headlines again. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi, has urged the newly appointed ambassadors of Tanzania to Zimbabwe, Zambia and the Netherlands to show their delegacy in promoting Tanzania. The Ministry of Construction, Communications and Transportation Zanzibar has signed an agreement with Propav Company from Brazil and Meko Company of Tanzania for building major roads of both Unguja and Pemba. The Minister of Information, Youth, Culture and Sports, Honorable Tabia Maulid Mwita, has said the installation of new generators at ZBC Center for Transmission of Broadcasts will eliminate a problem of regular stripping of broadcasts. And this marks the end of this week's English News Bulletin from Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation.